Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Dallas Cowboys taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time. And he got his respect, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
That's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. And look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about, let's take that forward now. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
A gain of a yard.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the return will stop right around the 25. So here come the Cowboys onto the field with excellent position to get things started. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. On 1st and 10, Watts. Open man is Kirk, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards.
For Kirk, there's a peek at the numbers in last week's game. He was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
Looking to throw on second down. Watts. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Watts. And able to find Kirk complete. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. From the gun, Watts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. So now things get interesting on third and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They run out of the gun with Swift. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first and 10. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
At the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. Watts. Smith catches left side.
Watts pass.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Barkley on the handoff.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Big stop, Pete. Big stop. Let's go. Hey, check my 45. Check my 45.
Operating from the gun. Watts. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And he's really starting to get up there towards 1,000. He's now at 997 career catches. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cowboys 7, Buccaneers nothing.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. Back to throw. Watts being chased out. And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
The quarterback on the keeper.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. A gain of 6 there on first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2
Play action. Ramirez. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The throw over the middle taken in. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll try and run here with Swift. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
To throw on 2nd down. Watts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
on the draw. This is Barkley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Watts. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Now he is just 2 catches away from 1,000 on his career. 998 currently. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. From the gun, Watts, and able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Well, third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On third down, here comes Swift. Finding room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Ramirez. And it's a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision, because they do have the final call now. Less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. He'll get this off to Swift, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Ramirez on first down. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Number 35. Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, Ramirez dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Buccaneers 3.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the Eagles who come away with the home victory. 27-21, your final. From there, it's off to Southern Nevada. Check out the action going on beside the neon lights of Las Vegas. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Houston Texans. 28-13, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Second half begins with a run from Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
To throw on third down, Watts. Going to throw right side here, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now it's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Off the bootleg, Watts. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, Watts. Throwing left side, it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. of the shotgun. They run with Barkley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On first down, Watts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He's going to take off with it, and he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun, Watts got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way down and inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. From the gun, Watts to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
To throw is Ramirez. Looking to throw on second down.
Quarterback sack. A loss of 5 yards.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun, Ramirez. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
A loss of 16 yards.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing and then throw the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Watts. This will be caught at about the 5. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
And it's 21-3.
It is good.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back now in Arlington. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Ramirez now to throw on 2nd down. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
46.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
From the gun, Ramirez got his man complete over the middle. That's 4th. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Buccaneers.
Operating from the gun, Ramirez. And his throw is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Off the bootleg, Ramirez. Throw left side complete. It's 4th. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Now the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. Throwing on 1st down, Watts. And in
incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking to throw. Watts. Man off the left side is Brown. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
A first down carry for Barkley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watts. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 1st and 10, Watts. Oh, he stays up, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So now the Bucs down by 11. And time, a huge factor. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Ramirez on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Ford. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He'll drop this one off to Swift.
Ramirez.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Forced to the ground.
From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To throw again, Ramirez. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Ramirez. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Operating from the gun, Ramirez. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Cowboys, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.